Hi guys, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to you from wherever you are watching us from. God bless you. You are welcome once again to this platform. As you know, that this is a place where we usually give updates of things that are happening, especially those ones that are already available on the internet space. That is what we do on this platform. We bring those things to you for you to know what is exactly happening, or like you that you might have heard about or you might have seen on the internet space. So thank you for joining us once again. You know, from a couple of days ago, there was an issue that cropped up online about Pastor Femi of Mountain of Fire Church, where he alleged that Pastor Odukoya and the management of Mountain of Fire allegedly treated him bad. And in that particular interview, which is already viral on the internet space, has caused a lot of controversies on the internet space, where a lot of you have been coming for the church. A lot of people are even coming for the men of God, the church generally. So this particular thing is not affecting MFM alone, but it's affecting the entire body of Christ, because a lot of people have been coming to say Jesus Christ is scam. Some people are saying church is even a scam, because seeing the story of our pastor Femi, and that story was pathetic, because nobody is going to hear that story that is not going to feel for Pastor Femi. And due to this, there is an interview which is already viral also on the internet space about her mom, that is Pastor Femi's mother, also talk about what actually happened and how they went to the church, and how they also try to pacify the pastors to have mercy upon her son, but to no avail, because they did not listen to her. And if you listen to the interview very well, this man, Pastor Femi, spent about 9 years in prison. Yes, that is what he said. So these are the things we are going to hear in this interview. You hear what Pastor Femi's mom said about all that happened. And in view of this, the led counsel to the MFM and to Pastor Odukoya has come out now to talk about this particular matter. And this counsel, the lawyer of the church, has come to say that all that Pastor Femi said about the church, the Pastor Odukoya, is not like that, that all those allegations, they are false and they are fake. And he also stated some facts about what he knows and what is the true picture of the whole thing about this particular saga. So we are going to hear both. First, we are going to hear the confession of what Pastor Femi's mom said about all that happened. Then we are going to finally hear the stand of the counsel of the church, that is the lawyer that came out to speak about this whole matter. So these are the things you'll be hearing in this particular video. So please, guys, let us go and watch all this video, and please share this video, like, and
Alice Jim.
Ẹ ti tọmọ ọdún mélòó báyìí?
77 years.
Àgbà yín á dalẹ̀.
Àmín.
Ẹ ò ní kánjú kú.
Àmín.
Ẹ ò jọ̀rọ̀ ọmọ.
Àmín.
Torí pé ẹ ti jìyà lọ́mọ lórí.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Báwo lẹ ṣe jẹ́ sí Pastor Olúwafẹ́mi tí mò ń wò yìí?
Èmi ni mo bí.
Ǹjẹ́ lẹ lè rántí n tó ṣẹlẹ̀ láàrin àsìkò tí wọ́n jẹ́ pastor nínú ìjọ MFM? Wọ́n ṣàlàyé àwọn nǹkan kan fún wa.
bẹ́ẹ̀ ni.
kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀ sí wọn.
MFM ni gbogbo wa ń lọ dìsín MFM náà ni mi ò kúrò ń bẹ̀. ibẹ̀ ni wọ́n lọ ibẹ̀ lẹ́gbọ́n ẹ̀ náà ti ń ṣe pásítọ̀ títí ó fi kúrò ń bẹ̀. àti ọ̀rọ̀ ilé ìdẹ́sẹ̀lẹ̀ wọ́n ní pásítọ̀ Fẹ́mi sọ pé wọ́n fẹ́ jí owó àwọn bíi 6 pàtó dẹ̀ yà àfi bíríbírí wọ́n ṣe mú wọn nìyẹn wọ́n dẹ̀ rí nǹkan kan lọ́wọ́ wọn. àwọn 3 tó kù nígbà táwọn ilé lọ Sábó tán tí wọ́n mọ́lé.
Sábó police station lẹ́kọ̀ọ́.
lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ ní Sábó àwọn 6 náà tí mọ́lé gbà tó yá wọ́n sí àwọn 3 ńlẹ̀ àwọn 3 tán sí ńlẹ̀ yẹn wá ń lọ purọ́ fún bàbá pé pásítọ̀ Fẹ́mi sọ pé òun máa pa ọ̀tá bàbá.
ìyẹn dádì jí o Olúkọ̀yà.
bẹ́ẹ̀ ni wọ́n wá purọ́ bí gbogbo wọn ṣe ń wo ọmọ mi nìyẹn pé ó sọ pé òun fẹ́ pa bàbá o tẹkíníkà kò ní wà àwa là ń ṣiṣẹ́ ìjọ agbára pààrọ̀ ara wọn báyìí bàbá máa wá sẹ́yìn wọ́n máa gbàdúrà fún wa pé àwa tá ń gbá ṣọ́ọ̀ṣì tá ń gbá dọ̀tí pé òkè tán ti ń wò òṣùpá náà ti máa wọ ọmọ wa o pé kó nǹkan kò ní ṣe wá o pé òun máa wá ọmọ ilé wa ṣùgbọ́n nígbà tó ti di pé èrò ń pọ̀ bàbá ò lè wá sí ilé wa ṣùgbọ́n wá ń súre fún wa bàtà bá ti jókòó sí prayer city tó dé mọ́ gbòdò lákọ́kọ́ rílẹ̀ sí omi bá wa débẹ̀ àkúrò ńbẹ̀ bàtà wa wà ní prayer city yẹn tọrọ pásítọ̀ Fẹ́mi ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ gbogbo wọn wá ń yẹra fún mi èmi ò tiẹ̀ kọ́kọ́ mọ̀ ó wá ní kí ló dé wọ́n yẹra fún mi wọ́n ní ọ̀tá ọmọ mi sọ pé ó máa pa ọ̀tá bàbá bí gbogbo ẹ̀ ṣe ó ṣàdàrú wọ́n dẹ̀ mú wọ́n tì wọ́n Sábó tí n bá dé Sábó báyìí máa sunkún ni irun ẹ̀ ti kún báyìí bí irun wèrè ó wá funfun àsáré lọ ra oògùn wọn ni ó ti fẹ́ kú sí ó ti fẹ́ ọ̀tá ẹ̀ ti fẹ́ kú àṣàṣì yàtọ̀ wá yásá èmi pẹ̀lú bọ̀dá ẹ̀ àti àbúrò ẹ̀ Búkì àtèmi a lọ bá bàbá fúnra wa ojúkorojú báyìí. ẹ lọ bá dadi a lọ bá bàbá Dr. Dike Olúkọ̀yà dadi jí o ní Oníkẹ̀ adẹ̀wọ́nú ilé a lọ bá pásítọ̀ ọmọ mi ẹ̀gbọ́n eléyìí adẹ̀bẹ̀ bàbá pé kó jọ kó dáríjì pásítọ̀ Fẹ́mi èmi dẹ́ṣẹ̀ mi mo ní Ọlọ́run Olúkọ̀yà ṣàánú fún mi Ọlọ́run Olúkọ̀yà ṣàánú fún mi mo wá ń sunkún ó dẹ́ṣẹ̀ mú ni o pé kó ṣàánú fún mi kó má jẹ́ kó ọmọ mi ó kú sí ibẹ̀ yẹn ó dẹ̀ ní mọ̀mọ́ mo níhìn ó ní ṣèbọ́ ọmọ Yorùbá ni mí mo ní bẹ́ẹ̀ ni ó ní nǹkan tí pásítọ̀ Fẹ́mi ò ṣe tó bá ti sọ pé òun ṣe òun máa fi lẹ̀ mo nílé ayé lẹ bá mi èmi ò gbọ́rú ẹ̀ rí mi ò lè sọ bẹ́ẹ̀. kéèyàn parọ́ mọ́ra ẹ̀. inú mi ò lè sọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀ adẹ̀bẹ̀ títí àti pásítọ̀ Israel àti Búkì ó dẹ̀ gbẹ̀bẹ̀. wọn ò gbẹ̀bẹ̀. wọn ò gbẹ̀bẹ̀. máṣe ọ. àsìkò òǹgbẹ ni títí aṣáà ń gbàdúrà títí ọ̀rọ̀ ọmọ mi sá ló pa ọkọ mi torí nígbà tán ti mú kúrò ní Sábó tán kọ́kọ́ mú wọn lọ sí ibi tán mú yín lọ kó tó di pé wọ́n mú yín lọ sí Kirikiri. ok ọ̀dọ̀ àwọn ọlọ́pàá SARS ẹ jọ ná ní Sábó yẹn wọ́n á lò tó ọjọ́ mélòó lágọ̀ọ́ ọlọ́pàá. wọ́n pa bẹ́ẹ̀ o. àáfẹ́ tó oṣù kan. kí náà ń pè bẹ́ẹ̀ ó ju bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ o. bóyá bí oṣù mẹ́ta. ó ju bóyá oṣù mẹ́ta bóyá oṣù mẹ́fà wọ́n pẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀. bẹ́ẹ̀ ni. kan tó wá tún darí wọn lọ sí ọ̀dọ̀ ọlọ́pàá SARS. lọ́dọ̀ ọlọ́pàá SARS tẹ́ bá lè rántí díẹ̀díẹ̀. èmi ò dé bẹ́ẹ̀. yóò tọ́jọ́ mélòó tán lò mẹ́. èmi ò dé bẹ́ẹ̀ mọ́ ìgbà tó ti di kíní. ọmọ ti dákú. wọ́n lè dákú. máa ń dákú ni máa ń sunkún ni. mi ò lè lọ ṣùgbọ́n nígbà tó di pé wọ́n mú wọn kó bẹ́ẹ̀ táwọn gbé wọn lọ sí Kirikiri a lọ sí Kirikiri èmi àti ọkọ mi fẹ́ǹsì tó wà ń bẹ̀ ó ga ju ilé òkè yìí lọ tá a bá débẹ̀ máa sunkún a máa sanwó tó ọ̀nà 3 àbọ̀ náà mẹ́rin ká tó lè wọlé ìgbà tí ọmọ yìí ti wà lọ́mọ oṣù 5 ọmọ yìí gbàyẹ náà ti mú ìyá ẹ̀ dẹ̀ ti wá gbé sílẹ̀ mú Ọlọ́run dẹ̀ bá mi tọ́jú ìyá ilé kì í ṣẹ̀gbọ́n ilé tó jókòó yìí oṣù 5 lọ́mọ yẹn wà ńgbà tán ti mú Ọlọ́run dẹ̀ bá mi tọ́jú ẹ̀ a dẹ̀ lọ sí kirikiri àgbóúnjẹ lọ a ṣe bẹ̀ dání láti bí báyìí a tẹ̀bà a ṣe bẹ̀ a gbé lọ ṣùgbọ́n síbẹ̀síbẹ̀ mi ò kúrò ní ṣọ́ọ̀ṣì bàbá ó ṣàǹgbàdúrà náà ni kọ́mọ mi ó jáde kọ́mọ mi má kú títí ṣùgbọ́n mi ò lágbára àti ṣe kí nítorí tán bá ṣàti dárúkọ pásítọ̀ Fẹ́mi báyìí máa sun fún mi ara mi á dẹ̀ máa gbóná.
nínú church.
ibikíbi tán bá ṣàti ní pásítọ̀ Fẹ́mi báyìí pé báyìí ni màá máa sun kán ara mi á dẹ̀ gbóná wá ara mi á gbóná wá.
bí amọ̀kú ọ̀rọ̀ mọ́.
gbẹ̀yàn tẹ̀ bímọ dọ́sí nìkan kò ní fẹ́ kí kankan ó kú nú ẹ̀. torí ìyá ni mo fi tọ́ wọn lóòótọ́ ọkọ mi wà láyé àwa méjì ni ìyàwó lèmi ṣùgbọ́n ọkọ mi gbajúmọ̀ ni kò ráyè téèyàn kankan ìyá ni mo fi tọ́ àwọn ọmọ mi mo fi tọ́jú wọn ní school.
irú èèyàn wo ni pásítọ̀ Fẹ́mi jẹ́ ṣáájú kó tó di pé ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀.
ó lọ ṣiṣẹ́ pásítọ̀ ní Warri ló ti ń ṣiṣẹ́ tẹ́lẹ̀.
sínú ìjọ MFM náà.
ìjọ MFM Warri ló ti ń ṣiṣẹ́ ó dẹ̀ máa ń wálé àwa wò wá tún padà lọ sọ́hùn gbà tó dẹ̀ kúrò ní Warri ó tún ṣiṣẹ́ ní Ìbàdàn yóò ṣáà lè mọ gbogbo ibi tó ti ṣiṣẹ́ tán ṣùgbọ́n ó ṣiṣẹ́ ní Ìbàdàn sá.
tí kò sì sí pé ariwo kan jẹyọrí tàbí ìfẹ̀sùnkàn kan jẹyọrí.
kò sí wàhálà.
tàbí ìjà kan jẹyọrí.
kò ń jà.
a gbọ́ wípé gbogbo ìjẹta pé kódà ilé ìwòsàn lẹ wà. kí ló ṣe yín màmá.
ó rẹ̀ mí ni gbẹ̀sẹ̀ kan ro mi gbogbo ẹkún tí mo ti sún sẹ́yìn yẹn rabọ̀rabẹ̀ ó ṣẹ̀ máa ń padà sí mi lára torí tá a bá lọ sí kirikiri yẹn nǹkan tó jó wa ń rí gbà mí òjò á pawápawá níjọ́ kan díẹ̀ ló tẹ̀ kú kọ́tà ọmọ ìkókú òjò ti pawájú níjọ́ yẹn gbogbo ẹkún tí mo sún yẹn gbogbo rabọ̀rabẹ̀ òun ló fàbọ̀ sí ọ̀tá mi lára ẹ̀.
pásítọ̀ Fẹ́mi sọ pé àwọn ní ọmọ oṣù 5 lásìkò tí ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ tí wọ́n fi tì wọ́n mọ́lé lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ báyìí sìn. How old are you now? ẹ má ṣe ojú ẹ. How old are you? 16 years old. Going to 17 years lóṣù tó ń bọ̀. Happy birthday to you in advance. àkó múra wàá ṣọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ọdún láyé.
àmín.
màmá ẹ̀ wà ń kọ́ ìyẹn ìyàwó pásítọ̀.
ó gbọ́mọ sílẹ̀ ni ó wá gbọ́mọ fún mi gbàyà wà ní.
wọ́n wùlé dárúkọ ẹ ṣáà wà níbì kan gbà yẹn ẹ ṣáà forí pamọ́ sí.
ìyàwó ẹ̀ dẹ̀ máa ń wá èmi dẹ̀ ń ṣiṣẹ́ ìjọba màá fún lówó tó máa fi tọ́jú ọmọ òun fún lówó á dẹ̀ wá lé wa á tọ́jú ọmọ á lọ àfìgbà tó di ìjọ yẹ ó kàn wá èmi ti sùn sínú yàrá ilé pẹ̀lú ẹ̀gbọ́n ẹ̀ náà wọ́n wà ń pálọ̀ tí máa jí ń kọ́ ìyá Ayọ̀mídé ń kọ́ ó ló sọ pé òun ti lọ ń tì wò òun ti gbọ́mọ ńlẹ̀ mo wá pé ṣèbó mọ̀ pé mo ń lọ bí iṣẹ́ jọ̀ọ́ Ọlọ́run lè dúró mo wá pé ẹ̀gbọ́n ilé àkọ́bí mi obìnrin pé ó ti ṣẹlẹ̀ o ìyàwó Fẹ́mi ti wá gbọ́mọ ńlẹ̀ o báwo ni mo ti fẹ́ ṣe.
ọkọ sì wà ní kirikiri lọ́gbà ẹ̀wọ̀n.
ó wà bẹ́ẹ̀ ó ní ṣé ìyẹn ni mo ṣe ń ronú ni mọ̀mọ́ ó ní bẹ́ẹ̀ ni ó ní kí n máa gbé lọ lé lání tí n bá ti ń lọ bí iṣẹ́ ó ní njọ́ tí n bá dẹ̀ lè gbé pọ̀n lọ bí iṣẹ́ òyìnbó ni mo dẹ̀ ti ń ṣiṣẹ́ kí n gbé lọ ó ní kò burú ó ṣe ọkọ mi mo wá pe àwọn ẹ̀gbọ́n ẹ̀ ọkùnrin pé tọ̀ wọ́n ti gbá gbé ọmọ Fẹ́mi sílẹ̀ o ọmọ kékeré báwo ni mo ti fẹ́ ṣe wọ́n ní kí n lọ gbé sí ẹnu ọ̀nà ibi tí màmá ẹ̀ ń gbé pé báwo ni mo ṣe tọ́jú bàbá máa tún wá tọ́jú ọmọ kékeré mi tí mo ti dàgbà mo ní nǹkan èèyàn di méjì kéèyàn gbé jù nù wọ́n ní wàhálà mi náà wò ó ní mo ti pe àǹtí yín ó ti ní kí n gbé lọ lé ìlànà tí mi ò bá lè gbé lọ lé ìlànà ìjọ́ tí n bá lọ bí iṣẹ́ kí n gbé pọ̀n bí mo ṣe ń ṣe nìyẹn tábàdẹ̀ ti gbé lọ lé ìlànà kíní náà lò ń gbà yẹ pampasì ò tí ì sí kíní napín gbogbo ìgbẹ́ tó bá yà wọ́n á kó sínú fólíbàgì tí n bá dé lálẹ́ èmi pẹ̀lú àbúrò eléyìí àti ètò dúró àwa la máa fọ gbogbo ìgbẹ́ yẹn a máa ṣáná pín yẹn máa gbẹ kílẹ̀ tó mọ́ àtúngbè lọ lé nání jọ́ mi máa gbé dání lọ iṣẹ́ inú mọ́tò bá ti yàgbẹ́ sí gbogbo ara mi.
Ó lágbára títí dàsìkò ìwọ̀n ò tí ì bójú wẹ̀yìn.
Ṣé ìyá ẹ̀?
Ẹ ò mọ ibi tí wọ́n wà.
Ìgbà tí mo ń lọ bí iṣẹ́ máa ń rí lóyìnbó ìgbà tí mo sì tẹ́ gbogbo
tara sì ṣe kébékébé.
ṣùgbọ́n gbogbo ẹsẹ̀ ló máa ń ro mí báyìí sí mo máa ń rí ó ti bímọ méjì ń gbàyẹ agbé kan pọ̀n agbé kan dání.
Ìwọ̀nba lára rí wọn bú mọ náà
ọmọ kékeré
ṣùgbọ́n síbẹ̀ a retí kí wọ́n bójú wẹ̀yìn wo ọmọ wọn bí wọn ò tiẹ̀ wo ọkọ nítorí pé ipò ìgbésí ayé
wọ́n ní ó wá jọ kan
yí.
èmi lọ sílùú wa mo tíra fún un pẹ̀lú ẹ̀gbọ́n ẹ̀ wà ní wọn ló wá ó wá rí i pé òun rò pé ọ̀tá ẹ̀ ti máa kú ni torí bó ṣe gbé ilẹ̀ mo gbé lọ sílé alágbo wọ́n ṣàgbo fún mi mo ń ṣàgbo mo fi ń wẹ̀ mo ń gbé pọ̀n kò wá.
Má bọkàn jẹ́ ibi gíga ló ń lọ.
Ìgbà tí bàbá eléyìí lẹ́sẹ̀ ó fi hàn mí nígbà tá a dé sábò ó ní Ọlọ́run á wò.
N ò tí ì dé ọgbà ẹ̀wọ̀n tí ẹ ti rí ojú ọgbẹ́ torí wọ́n sọ pé àwọn ọlọ́pàá ti SARS ló yìnbọn yẹn ni àbí ti sábò ni wọ́n yìnbọn fún yín ní ẹsẹ̀ yìí títí dòní ọ̀tá ṣì wà ní ẹsẹ̀ yìí. Ojú bí tó ti yìn wọlé nìyẹn.
Ìgbà tí ó dẹ̀ wá yá tó dé láti ibi tó ti dé kíní ló ń gbé àfìgbà tó yá ṣe máa pé bó ṣe dé ó yẹ kó tọ́jú ara ẹ̀ kó lọ sí hospital ó rò pé ibẹ̀ ló ti mọ́lé jára ẹ̀ àgbà tó kàn wá díjọ́ kan wọ́n pè mí pé pásítọ̀ Fẹ́mi inú ẹ̀ ti wú o ẹsẹ̀ méjèèjì ti wú o ó kàn ń sunkún ni wọ́n ń sunkún ni mo ní báwo.
Ẹni fídíò yẹn lọ́wọ́ ṣe ya fọ́tò ẹ̀ àbí fídíò ẹ̀. Ok tó bá ṣe rí ẹ máa sọ yín lọ.
mo wá pe ẹ̀gbọ́n ẹ̀ pé wọ́n ní pásítọ̀ Fẹ́mi ara ò yá o inú ẹ̀ ti wú ẹsẹ̀ wú o pé gbogbo lílò tó lò ní kirikiri yẹn torí ó jẹ́ lókòkò pé ọdún 10 ní kirikiri pé rabọ̀rabọ̀ ẹ̀ ni o bọ̀dá ẹ̀ wá ní kí àwọn ẹ̀gbọ́n òun àti àbúrò àwọn 3 wọ́n wá lọ mu ó ní kán mu sílé ẹ̀gbọ́n ẹ̀ kan wà ń bẹ̀ yẹ àbí kán mu lọ sílé ẹ̀gbọ́n ẹ̀ àgbà mo ní ó ní kàn jọ nítorí Ọlọ́run kán mọ́ mu síbi kankan olójú òjòjú ara ẹni ẹ jẹ́ kó wá bí tó bá wá bí a lọ sọ́sibítù wọn á ṣàgbo fún ó máa búra sí i tó dẹ̀ ló ṣe wà ń bí báyìí ó dẹ̀ ṣe àgbo ó dẹ̀ lọ sí hospital general wọ́n sá ó lọ sílé alágbo náà wọ́n ṣàtọ́jú ẹ̀ bó ṣe jẹ́ nìyẹn tí mo rí ni.
Ẹ pẹ̀lẹ́ màmá ẹ ti sunkún kíkorò sẹ́yìn ẹ máa wá sunkún ayọ̀ báyìí.
Àmín lórúkọ Jésù.
Ẹ ní sunkún kíkorò mọ́ lórí ọmọ.
Àmín o.
Pẹ̀lú àṣẹ Ọlọ́run.
Àmín o.
Ẹ ní sunkún kíkorò. Tí wọ́n bá máa bí yín kí ni nǹkan tó wù yín tẹ́ ẹ fẹ́ tẹ́nìkan bá ní kí lẹ lè béèrè bóyá lágbára kan bóyá àwọn ẹlẹ́yin ijó àánú kan kí ni tẹ́ ẹ lè béèrè pé fẹ́.
ṣé ọmọ mi.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni.
kán ṣe ijó àánú wọ ọmọ mi náà kán ràn lọ́wọ́ ni ó kò nínú ìyà wọn tí mo fẹ́ nìyẹn káwọn ọmọ Nàìjíríà kán ràn lọ́wọ́.
Lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ báyìí a rí i pé ẹ wà nínú ìpèníjà àìsàn.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni.
Torí pé a retí pé ẹ máa wá bá wa ní sitting room ni ṣùgbọ́n wọ́n ní ẹ ò ní lè wá.
Jẹ́ kí n kó àwọn oògùn tán kó fún mi kẹ́rin.
All right, good afternoon. My name is Barrister Davis Nadejuan. I'm the Chief Legal Advisor to MFM Worldwide. Again, it's personal lawyer to Dr. Lukoya, the G of MFM. And I want to do a very quick, clarification and reaction to a video by one Pastor Femi Jimo, who alleged that he was detained for 9 years, frame up charges from MFM. ordinarily being a matter that went to court, came back, and they went to court again, I ordinarily wouldn't want to say anything, but I think it's important that I respond. So I'm saying this so that if there will be need for a qualified journalist who is professional, they want to get involved, will be willing to sit side by side with Pastor Femi Jimon and provide, since he wants to do his trial now by media, having concluded the matter in court, 2 instances. So there was the criminal one, and there was the civil one, which he filed. So, but given brief response to all of those lies everywhere, Pastor Femi Jimon and others, I think 2 others, one Kelebo, Toba, and others, they were plotting how to rob Mountain of Fire Miracle Ministry offering. I think one of the big events, first fruit offering or crossover offering, as the case may be, and in their plan and plotting, there is nobody who would think, number one, he has been in the ministry with some questionable issues where he was posted and he was disciplined by being transferred back to the headquarters, and so he works, I think, along the others as a traffic usher, and what have you. So being traffic usher, they understand the routes and they know the movement of the ushers, handling the offering of the church, and for whatever reason, that plan was being put together. Okay, so how did the intelligence got leaked? It was at the point they were actually going to hire a gun. When the matter got to the Jew, he was surprised, like, how, who? And when they mentioned their name, like, how is it possible? Again, the Jew have to immediately alert the CSO as at that time, who, swung to action, invited some police to, brief them out. So they've actually drawn map, the routes, of how the offering, of the church normally move, and at what point they need to intercept. In fact, the gun that they needed to have the CSO, which normally lead, the escorts that move the offering, if there's going to be any form of obstruction, that is within the church, not, the escort in terms of the armed police escorts, so that they need to, gun him down. Those were the plan. The video was made in the subsequent meeting. So all of these are clearly available, and on the strength of that, they were arraigned before the courts. Okay, fine. After a protracted 8 years case, they were let loose. They were allowed to go because prosecution couldn't sustain conviction on technical ground. On technical ground, because in our criminal jurisprudence, it is the principle that it is better for 99 criminal, 99 guilty, 99 offenders to go free, than to allow for one innocent person, to go to jail. And the reason is because, once a prosecution is not able to, do a tidy case to 100% beyond reasonable doubt convince a judge is not permitted to convict. So, but the moment there is just going to be so, and some of this thing could be procedural, and it could be as a result of sleep and all of that. So, technically, the witnesses, paraded by the prosecution have their testimony conflicting. Another principle of criminal jurisprudence, you cannot convict on conflicting testimony or witnesses. So that is not to say that they didn't carry out the action, they didn't plan it. That's not to say offense has not been committed, but they couldn't be convicted because of, lack of, tidy job on the side of the prosecuting team. So they were able to let go, which I think the prosecution, I think the DPP was even making an attempt to appeal at that point in time. Okay, so after the matter was ended, the same Femi Jimon went to court. He went to court basically to sue for malicious prosecution and ask for millions, I think 500 million naira, as damages and all of that, because he believed that for the fact that, he was not convicted from that prosecution, he should have, damages gotten. And evidences were put before the court. We have nothing to do with, we didn't frame him up. Those are the things that happened and the fact that there were no. And from the case, the industrial court judge, agree with MFM that MFM did not prosecute you maliciously. And they have nothing to do with why you are in detention for 8 years or thereabouts. So you cannot, so you fail to be able to secure any damages. However, because MFM did not, terminate your appointment for those number of 8 years, you can only succeed in getting what you are entitled to in terms of salary and allowance. And that is what the judge said we should calculate and give him. So that is how the case ended. And so for him to go out there and start saying that MFM lock him up, they will bring video, will bring the map, the drone, will bring all of these things, and then let Femi Jimo come and speak to them. So what is he saying by going about and start talking about it was frame up? But I really wouldn't want to say too much, just to give context that he had an active plan, a plot which is criminal to rob MFM, in that year, they're offering, and they plotted, they draw a map. The map drawn was recovered from them. The recording of the meeting, is still available, and people think you can just go to social media and then just say things and believe that when you just tell all the story, not like, let's quickly settle him and settle. So what if a good, case has been done in terms of the testimony of the prosecution and it has been sentenced? Well, will he have come back to say that it was frame up? It is what it is, but that's just a brief response I can give. That's much I can say on this. We'll be expecting them to take up the challenge. Let them bring up a reputable journalist, and we'll do a conversation, a podcast kind of, where we'll confront him with all of these things, and he will speak face to face to them. Not this one-sided, stories they are doing with all these hungry journalists up and down. Thank you, everyone.